Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Hi, Sneak Squad and Sidekicks. Happy Saturday. I hope everyone's having a fantastic weekend. I'm Jen the Human, and I'm here today with Chillhatter, aka Rad. We'll be your commentators for today's mystery race event to deliver both the Sneak and the Bike. If this is your first time watching Sneakbike, I'll give you a quick little rundown. The Sneak is because these games are a mystery leading up to the event. None of the racers knew what games we would be playing until today, and the Bike is because it's a race. So sit back, relax, enjoy the event. We're going to go ahead and get started. We will explain more about Sneakbike as we go and our mission here. But first, Rad is going to go ahead and introduce each runner.
All right. Hello, everyone. So our runners today are Mel, Rascal, Octo, and Old King Cake. Mel is Mel. He is kind of one of the masterminds behind Sneakbike itself. He's been here since the beginning. Rascal has raced with us before and is part of the Sneakbike ops team and has been leading in Final Fantasy IV streams. Octo is a good friend of the community. He has played in previous races. Old King Cake is new to Sneakbike. This, I believe, is his first race. He does play some retro games, and I believe he also streams. And he's been streaming some Super Mario.
Fantastic. Thank you for the intro. So we have some veterans, some newbies. We'll see what goes down. We have a couple other people to shout out in chat if the mods could help me out. Today, Cosmicordia is producing. She's the one hosting this behind the scenes, and we appreciate her very much for that. Our mods, we've got Ace, we've got SoCal, we've got Web, we've got a few of them in there doing all the commands and behind the scenes to keep it a safe and excellent chat. And our socials, I'll just say that. If you want to go ahead and check us out on Instagram, Twitter, we have a Discord, we have a YouTube channel, and the ops team has been working hard to put those together for you. I think that's it. Thanks to everyone who's part of the team and helps put this together. Our message here is to build community through retro gaming, and we couldn't do that without our team. We also can't do that without you, the viewers. I see so many familiar names in chat. Thanks for being here today. Thank you for being patient. We had a little bit of a setback starting up, but we're ready to roll. So while we get started and hang out with chat, Chill is going to pop over and let the racers know that it's time to begin. Chill, if you would. Kia, hi. Bren, hi. Web, Echo, so many friends. How is everyone doing today? Nico, welcome in. I see these excellent King Cake emotes. It's the first time I'm seeing them today. Race Boy, hi.
And
thanks for joining us. There we go. All right, so Chill is back. That means the race is about to begin. Let's see how they do, and we'll go through and start telling you what games we picked. Me and Chill picked the games today. And the backstory, we've got some trivia ready for you.
Yes. Our first game today is Felix the Cat, which actually is one of the first animation, like silent animations that actually went into a comic before it kind of exploded, or around the time that it kind of exploded. The comic came as a result from how popular Felix the Cat was in the 1920s. This game actually came out in 1992, which was pretty interesting.
They decided it was another classic cartoon character that needed a game, and the reviews actually were pretty good for being a licensed game. And Also, quick pause. Hi, Mom the Human. Welcome in. Thanks for stopping by for Sneakbike today. So let's see how we're going. I see a gray screen for Rascal. Is everything okay there? Or is that just on my end? It looks like we've got one person already through the first stage, though, which is excellent. They need to get through 2 bosses, which is 6 stages. It's sort of a speedrun style for this game. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. All right, we're troubleshooting Rascal's screen. We have a racer chat behind the scenes, so if we've got issues, we can communicate with the racers and try to resolve them. In the meantime, it looks like everybody's moved on to the next stage.
Everyone's doing relatively well with Felix the cat. I thought when we were test running this game, it was a lot of fun.
I did too. I enjoyed testing it out. It was pretty easy to get the hang of the controls.
Yeah.
And you had to be patient with some of the enemies.
Yes.
All right, Rascal is back. We've got everybody up and running. Good call. Is Felix going into a giant handbag to warp into a bonus area? That is correct, Bren. That's exactly what you're seeing. It's the magic bag. That's where Felix gets all his magic tricks. And you get power-ups from that, too. Rad, did you enjoy the different magic power-ups? Which were your favorite ones in this game?
I kind of, what was it? I kind of like the like sucker puncher one, just because you could kind of like knock everything off relatively.
Just the classic.
Nice. Yeah, just classic. Yeah. Which one was your favorite?
Mine was the car. So you go from sucker punch to magic tricks. There's like a little spell that goes around you, and then there's a race car, and there is a tank. I was never able to get the tank, so if they get the tank, they'll be way powerful and be able to blast through some of these enemies.
Yes.
It's Meowie Poppins. I love it. Thanks for the puns in chat. All right, so it looks like Rascal made it through stage 1. Let me see here. Stage 2. That was stage 2. I see 1-3 on his screen. Some of the first 3 stages all have similar aesthetic background.
Yeah.
But you can see they're collecting the faces, which if you get enough of those purple face tokens, you could get extra lives and extra health. And then if you see a heart pop up on screen, that's what they need to collect to get the magic upgrades. And there's Mel with the first boss. Okay. So then once he goes to the right, he'll be done with 1-3 and moving on to the second set of worlds, at the end of which is our final boss. Hey, Copper, welcome in. Copper and Copper, how's it going? Darren, hello, welcome. So this is my favorite stage that Mel's doing in the top left-hand corner. You're floating with an umbrella, and you're having to avoid these cannons. It was really, really different setup, really cool looking level.
Yes, definitely.
And we've got Rascal fighting the first boss as well as Octo. Looking good.
Yeah, they're all catching up to each other.
Darren, thank you for the sub. Welcome to the Sneak Squad.
Yeah.
Welcome in. We should have that emote rolling out soon to all of those of you who are subbed as well. Sneak be the snake with GG's as the wheels. And you can see that umbrella mechanic with some pyramids in the background as he floats along.
It's kind of interesting that like he's kind of traveling the world throughout this whole game.
Yeah. Copperpog, thank you for the 100 bits. Thank you so much for cheering. Appreciate it. All right, so here, oh, that went quick. Rascal got to, it looked like the boss, but came back to this area, whereas Mel went to inside the pyramid.
Interesting.
Mel 100% has the advantage in this race. Is this a Mel fave?
Yeah. It appears so. He's kind of breezing right on through this.
Another fun activity for Sneakbike is me and Rad pick the games, and we try usually going with a theme. So as we go along today, if you can try to figure out the theme go ahead and call it out in chat, and we will let you know once somebody gets it right, if you're able to guess the theme.
Yes.
And Kia is saying in chat that he has played every NES game, so that's quite the advantage. If you've been through the entire catalog, I could understand.
Yeah.
Looks like he's got the car. Rascal has the upgraded balloon. King Cake just finished the boss, and Octo has the tank for the boss in the lower right-hand corner. The tank is awesome. Check that out. It's a great upgrade. All right, now we see King Cake on 2-1. That's the floating umbrella level.
You know, I was able to find a little bit of history with Felix the cat, and there was actually a little bit of controversy over who owned the rights over Felix itself.
Interesting.
Yeah. Pat Sullivan was the owner of Felix's character, but Otto Messmer was actually the actual animator who kind of made the art for Felix. So they kind of dueled it out a little bit with whether or not Otto had some rights to it. Unfortunately, when he was still alive, he wasn't able to gain any royalties from it. But now he's kind of Otto is kind of considered the mastermind behind Felix the cat.
Interesting. So when they were duking it out for the rights, did you find any connection with the game for NES, or was it way far past?
I know it was way far past.
Later,
like but... it was kind of like way far in the past, and it was just kind of something that I found with like Felix the cat itself that I found pretty interesting. Oh, did Mel finish the first game?
And it looks like he moved on.
It looks like he's moving on.
Yep, that's 3-1, so he's done. They needed to get to the end of 2-3. That was where the next boss was. Mel is our first friend through the first game, and you'll see the second game pop up on his screen. There it is. Our next game is called Boy and His Blob. And this was a bit of a challenging one to set up for Sneakbike. It's new. It's not like anything we've done before. So the racers have the goal of collect 4 treasures. They also have a route, a suggested route for them to take. So as they take that route, they should see the treasures along the way. In the meantime, we've got Octo and Rascal still on the 2-2, it looks like. So hopefully they'll get to that next boss shortly. Yep, there's Rascal on the boss and Felix.
Yeah.
So with Blob and his boy and his Blob, not Blob and his boy.
Yeah. It's kind of like a tongue twister.
It really is. You will see the main character you run around is a nameless boy. They don't give it a name, and a little alien blob following, which I'm interested because Mel's blobs, he seems to have lost his blob, and that is absolutely the key thing you need in the game. Your blob is your tool set. You give the blob different candies, and they become different objects. Hey, and Rascal's onto blob too. Well done. GG's.
Nice.
Lost blob. There we go. He got his blob back. And Rad and
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, go ahead.
It was kind of interesting that Mel kind of walked all the way back because in the sheet, I gave a little hint as to how you can call back your blobs, so you don't have to really go that far. But he found them, which is pretty nice.
You can whistle for your blob, and they come to you. When we were play testing this, we scrolled through all the different candies to try to figure out what they did. But then as the racers go, if they need a little extra nudge to know the purpose of each item, not just that different beans do different items, we can help them out with that. It is kind of out there. It's not your typical platformer or beat 'em up or progress through the levels. So we'll see how they do with this problem solving. A little bit of a brain challenge.
Yeah, and actually, I think we talked about it a little bit before, that this was kind of in the realm of what you thought a little bit of Sneakbike would be, combining the puzzle games with beat 'em ups. So this kind of adds like a new element to Sneakbike, I think, in a way.
I think so. I know the first time I raced, I thought we would maybe get, I don't even know, a puzzle game or Tetris or something, but it's really hard to quantify races and challenges between multiple people when you're working with a new format. So this is our first attempt. And this is also our first time with all NES games as well.
Oh yes, that's true.
So they're figuring out the licorice jelly beans give you a ladder.
Oh, and it looks like Octopus is now on Boy and His Blob too. So they're all catching up. And Old King Cake is kind of having a little bit of a hard time, but he's doing his best.
He's gotten far, but it's just a matter of spacing out your lives so that you can get through the bosses once you get there and have enough life to get through that battle once you get to it. I know we've seen that in previous races where sometimes you can make it to the boss level, but you need more health once you get there to actually complete the boss level.
Agreed.
I heard that sigh in your voice, Rad. Rad's also a veteran racer and knows it all too well.
Yeah. You get to that final boss, and it's just, you kind of run out of everything, and you're like, oh no, I didn't space, I didn't plan out enough. But it's always a good time.
Okay, so each of the racers has a read file leading up to Sneakbike, or given to them on the day of the race, rather. So they have access to all the controls. So I'm hoping Rascal is able to see in that select button will cycle through the different types of jelly beans, so you can try different candies, and then he'll see that the different candies do different things. But it looks like so far he's only using the licorice jelly beans. He needs to switch to the punch jelly beans, which we see Mel doing right now. He just created a hole and fell through it. But that's what he needs, is the hole punch. They like to put little puns in here with what the jelly beans do.
Yes. Yeah, I thought that was pretty creative. With a little bit of the history of Boy and His Blob, there actually was kind of like a skeletal storyline that they were following. There's not too much depth to it, but pretty much the Blob is an alien. I think we said this before, actually. That the Blob is an alien from outer space, and he's trying to get back home to Blob Bologna. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Blobonia?
Yeah.
Blobonia? Something like that.
Yeah, it sounds like bologna, like halfway through that. But the storyline kind of reminds me a little bit of E.T., where E.T. kind of fell onto Earth, and we try to get him back out.
It was right in the time period of that genre of friend from outer space, befriending someone from outer space.
Yes.
Our little extraterrestrial buddy.
Yes.
Blob is baloney.
Yes.
Chat giving me the giggles here. Let's see how they're doing. I really want to see King Cake get to this next section of Felix.
Yes.
Welcoming him onto the Sneakbike team with a successful first run. So I hope he's able to pull it off here. And those upgrades are really key. I don't know that have we seen him with the upgrade yet?
I don't think I've seen him.
He knows that the hearts do that. We'll find out. We'll keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I see Rascal did figure out scrolling through the jelly beans, because he's got cola jelly beans now. But it doesn't look like... I don't know if he's figured out how to get down the stairs to the subway? Has he been on the surface the whole time?
I think he's been on the surface this entire time. He hasn't figured it out. I know when I first tried playing this, it was kind of difficult to get to the subway because of how the click was.
Yeah, he ran past it looks like. Yeah. Oh, what happened? Oh, Mel ran into the spider web. Okay, so he was able to figure out floating down to the bottom of the cave.
Which
with
is
the
actually
bubble.
an interesting way to get down there.
Ruben, thank you so much for the 300 bits. Thank you for cheering for Sneakbike.
Yes.
He went to the subway but didn't try the other beans. Okay, thank you, Kia. He did get down there but hasn't been able to try out some of the other beans down there. So he's on the right track. We'll maybe give him a nudge if we need to, but everybody's testing out a lot of different things, and that's a great part of this game, is just trying all the items to see how they interact with the environment. I thought I was gonna say humanity. No. Ace, come on. Yeah, Applejack, that's another one of the bean puns. And it looks like... Oh, come on, King Cake. No, he was in the umbrella level. It looked like he was trying to punch the cannons, which I don't think you can do. He's trying to just float all the way above the map, which is an interesting strategy.
Yes.
Just get outside of the field of view and float over it all.
That was a very unique workaround that he came up with, for sure.
Our first guess is games with umbrellas. I like the guess. That's not what we were going for. But when you see the third game, I have an interesting note on that. So we'll put a pin in that for now, and we'll come back to it. All right, so it looks like Mel is on the fourth treasure.
On the way, yeah.
I believe he's played this before. I don't know how far he has gotten. Once you get further and further, the difficulty on Blob is pretty tough. Just knowing what to do where, dodging the different things that can cause you damage. He's right next to one of these snake enemies, which are really tricky. Aliens, games that are video game. Cats aren't aliens, no. At least not that we know of. And then we've got King Cake in...
He's in the pyramid.
-2, yeah.
He's almost there.
Okay.
He's making it.
He didn't pick up that heart, but he's just got 2-3, which has the second boss. Once he gets past that second boss, he's good to go on to the next game. So this is 2-3. This is where it needs to be.
It's winnable. It's winnable. He's got this.
Yep. We wanted to give a very straightforward game in Felix. Because to sandwich the Blob.
Yes.
Because Blob is kind of out there and different. No one saw... Oh. No one saw what? I didn't see anything.
I didn't see anything. You're good.
Okay, so it looks like Rascal had to restart. If you die in Boy and his Blob, they send you back to the beginning. They take your treasures, but as you go through, it's really a trial and error game. You learn more how to get the different treasures, and it's just a matter of doing it enough times where, okay, now I got it this time. So not really a big threat with any enemies nearby, but a lot of testing out which items do what.
I like Mel's strategy of putting the trampoline right where the little worm was. I think he was going to plan on jumping over it.
Oh, interesting. I see. Let's see. Octo is near a diamond treasure. That's actually not one of the treasures we anticipated them going for on our route. I think he's going past the starting area. Looks like he's about to take some damage. He's gonna take some damage.
Oh no! Oh. But everyone's doing really well with this game.
I think so. It was hard for us to come up with hints, or I guess the README that wasn't just giving away,
the actual answers.
Yeah. Feed Blob exactly this type of jelly bean at this area, so they're doing
because
well
it's
with
also so tempting to like say that because it's so you have so many different options for what you can be doing with Blob.
Exactly. And I'm watching King Cake too, still keeping an eye on him. It looks like he's right. This is the boss room. Yep. Come on, you got this. You got this. Join us in the... Oh, no. Join us in the Blob game. All right, so it shouldn't put him too far away from that boss, though. That's a nice thing about Felix. It doesn't start you at the very beginning of the level. Here he goes.
Very, very winnable for him. He's got this. He's got a lot of hearts, too.
Cake said he'd refuse a mercy kill. Okay, interesting. We have not had that before, I don't think, so we're gonna watch him power through.
Yeah.
And he's using the duck mechanic to dodge this boss's attacks.
Oh, that was smart.
He's got a good plan. Nice, he did it!
Yeah, he did it! Nice! Yay!
On to the next game. Well done. GG's King Cake.
That was fantastic.
Join us in the Blob. It's still anybody's race. They're all going through Blob. Nobody's gotten all the treasures yet.
I like how Octopus used the umbrella down there to get all the way down there. I personally didn't make it down to a water area, so I'm not entirely sure how many treasures are down there.
I did not make it to this area either. We'll see how he does and what he finds.
Yes, I'm very intrigued with what his next steps are going to be.
Oh, it looks like, okay, Mel got 4 treasures. He finally figured out how to get past that worm, and then he's gotten this one on the ledge as well. So Mel is done with Blob. GG's Mel, moving on to the 3rd game. We told them TR equals 18 is their end state, so... Chill's poking into chat real quick to let him know he's good to move to the next game. In the meantime, we're gonna watch King Cake get through the first few, see the gears turning of him figuring out the Blob and the different mechanics. And it looks like he's already cycled to a different type of jelly bean, so he knows that you can switch the flavors.
Which is a very good start. He stops in his tracks over there. I'm wondering if he saw.
I think he saw the subway. It was a little tricky to get down these stairs, if I'm being honest. There, he's got it. I missed them when I played, so.
Yes. Cole is really enjoying this bubble strategy right here. I'm curious as to what direction he's going in.
Octo, I hope there's a
treasure
for you down there.
He's putting in so much effort.
Yeah, the cola strats. So that's the pun there. The cola gives you a bubble.
Yeah.
Carbonation. Rascal taking some fall damage. That's okay. Now he knows next time. Maybe he'll figure out the float. And we see Mel has started on our 3rd game, which is Battletoads. And I'm so excited for this game. I loved playtesting it. It was got good music, really fun. As you play this game, it is known to be one of the hardest NES games of all time. But the first level, I could do it. It was approachable, and I liked it. So, a classic, good music, interesting graphics with the Toad's arms turning into different weapons and legs turning into spiked boots. It's a beat 'em up. It's a platform beat 'em up. It's a fun time. As Kia notes, best pause music ever. Octo's still in the bubble, and then
he actually, unfortunately, he tried to get. There is a treasure down there, but it appears that there were some spikes around it, and it popped his bubble.
Okay, all right.
So I'm wondering.
If he can get to it.
I think he's the only one that's made it down to this water area so far.
I think so. As more people move on to our Battletoads round, I am excited to talk about it. I watched 3 whole YouTube videos with the Rare developers who worked on it, and it was really fun. This is my first time being a commentator where I really got to dive into some history and some trivia, and I had a good time with it.
Oh, but yeah. Oh, it looks like Mel's already at the boss, which I thought was really tricky. And you thought so too, where you're playing as the frog, but you have the camera angle of the enemy.
Exactly. Yep. He's already that first boss, and it's a really interesting point of view. All right, it looks like King Cake got his first treasure.
Nice.
So he's progressing, figuring stuff out. That's fantastic. Nobody has needed additional hints yet for Blob. We had some extra hints on deck just in case, but they're doing great with it. Hey, Porcus, welcome in. Moonbeam, welcome.
Rascal looked like he was trying to time himself with getting to that treasure. And that little worm that's jumping.
Oh.
And it looks like he might actually try using the strawberry to do something. Sorry. The bridge was an interesting idea. Oh,
I'm not sure if there's any way to affect those worms. It's kind of an odd. You have to run through it and run past it to get the treasure. I don't know if any of the items work against it. I wasn't able to get it to work. That doesn't mean it's not possible.
Yeah, agreed. There's a workaround for everything.
Kia, is Octo? You're talking about the diamonds. Is he able to get to those in the bubble? If he goes a little higher, will he grab one? Because if he does, that counts as a treasure, absolutely, and then he'll be done with Blob and be able to move on.
Yeah, the only goal was to get 4 pieces of treasure, so...
He's so close. I hope he goes for it.
Oh, I don't think he realized it. He just zoomed right past it.
Alright, we'll see what happens. I see Porcus noting on why we're letting play Mel NES. This is our first time on NES for Sneakbike, and he has played through the entire catalog, so he's got a little bit of an advantage here. To note, he also had listed Boy and His Blob as do not play for Sneakbike category, but we brought it back and we formatted in a way that we thought was appropriate for racing and problem solving. So
yes,
and they're doing great with it. I think if we go, we get to a point where anybody starts popping into the racer chat, or maybe chill in a little bit. If you want to pop in there and ask if they would like Blob hints, additional ones, we could offer that if they aren't realizing there are extra hints to give. So we'll give them a chance. It's been fun watching them try some different techniques.
Yes, for sure. I guess in about. Do we want to give them like another 5 minutes before I ask them? Or
sure, that sounds good. Make it hard and have Mel do the water racing. Yeah, there is racing levels. There's a crazy tunnel level. There's underwater. There's insane bosses. Battletoads is known for being very hard. We are having them do the first 2 stages, and I was able to get through most of the second stage, but not complete it during playtesting. It was really challenging once you get down in that crater and the birds start trying to cut the line that you're traveling down on.
Yeah, it was. I didn't get very far at all in Battletoads, but BRB.
All right, we've got a BRB from Mel.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I had a very difficult time with Battletoads, but I did enjoy watching you play through it, Jen. It definitely looked hard, and those hitboxes in Battletoads are a little tricky at points. It definitely seemed like those hitboxes were definitely tricky.
Yeah, the birds hitboxes I struggled with. And I was watching in one of the videos that some of the timing, like the individual who worked on the difficulty levels in the playthrough for this game, was known for being really good, and it's like down to the 100th of a second timing for some of this stuff of how fast you have to move and how fast you have to act. I don't think it's in the first 2 levels. I think it's later with some of the tunnels and the racing and things, but it's tricky. It's known for its difficulty.
It looks like Octopus had died again, and he has to go back to the beginning. It looks like Old King Cake finally got to that one piece that he was missing before. Did I see that right?
He's got 2 treasures. And I know Octo had to go back, so it looks like he's trying out a different strategy. Maybe going to go for some of the other treasures since he wasn't able to get them with the bubble under the water.
Yeah. I'm hoping he doesn't send himself all the way to the bottom and he can figure out that there's other ways around that don't involve water.
I hope so. We'll see what happens. He's trying a trampoline technique to get up on that platform. You can use the trampoline or the ladder. And now we see King Cake in the bottom left. There's a spider web you have to go through. We'll see which items he tries out. But I believe the only way to tear it down is with the blowtorch. And another fun pun, they make the cinnamon jelly bean, the fire breath blowtorch. So King Cake making the comeback. He's doing great. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did see Copper in chat talking about non-human characters in our games that we picked. That's basically it. You're right there on track. When we started out, we were looking at pets, and animals, and it's a little bit of a stretch, but you could have a pet cat, you could have a pet toad, and it's Boy and his Blob. It's his pet Blob.
Yeah.
So.
Yes.
Jen the non-human. Yeah. How ironic. Hosted by Jen the human.
Yes.
All right, where are we at? So, oh no, it looks like you were going to say something. Chill, was that about King Cake?
Oh, that was about Rascal. He kind of sent himself to the bottom, and I thought he was gonna maybe choose the umbrella or the cola, but he just kind of passed right on through like that, unfortunately. But I think he'll figure it out soon, that there is a jelly bean that can help him get to the bottom without falling straight to your death.
I hope so. I think he'll get there. Our tiers of hints, I guess. If you, oh look, we have a gift sub. Thank you so much, Bren, for gifting a sub to Copper. Welcome to the Sneak Squad.
Yes. It does look like it's 4:05 right now, so I'm just gonna pop in there really quick just to see how they're doing, or if they want to have a mercy kill or continue on.
Good. We'll hear from Rad when she gets back. Our tiers of hints, if they choose to accept them, are the holes. You can go through the holes to get down a level, but they already figured that out. So the next hint we were going to offer is the umbrella floats and protects, which some of them might be able to use that clue. You can use it to float from a higher level down to the bottom without taking fall damage. You can also use it as a shield from falling rocks. And otherwise, it looks like Mel is on is this our second boss or the next area? He powered through Battletoads and is our good friend. I was gonna say this does not look like Crater anymore. This looks like a whole new area. So there is our good friend trophy for Mel. GG's in the chat. Well done. A veteran racer and knowledgeable of the NES catalog. You made it through without any hints for Blob. Okay, and I'm looking at chat too while Rad's over there. It looks like nobody is wanting the next hint for which beans do you want. So they're enjoying thinking through it and figuring it out. Thanks, Kaz, for the update for our good friend of the day, Mel. He's gonna hang tight while the others finish up. And at the end, we always do a group commentary, an interview, if you will, to ask how it went, what they all thought of the games, which were their favorites, which were their least favorites.
So it seems like they don't want any hints.
I see that. I popped into chat just to read responses as well. It looks like they're powering through, so
I give them a lot of props because I would not have been able to do that at all.
No, it would have taken me a very long time. I would have worked on it for much longer than this. So kudos to them. This was a good setup, I think.
And they're all getting really close too.
I know, we've seen all of them now at TR equals 19, which means they've all gotten 3 treasures. They just need that one more to complete the objective.
Oh, and I'm just seeing that Mel won. Congrats to Mel.
Oh yeah. We while you were away.
I'm sorry, I was away for a little bit.
We have our good friend of the day, Mel, who powered through Battletoads. It looks like he's on the tunnel level, which we were talking about. This level looks insane. The timing of everything seems crazy.
Yes, agreed.
The hyper tunnel, oh man, I wish I had it pulled up, but there's also an arcade version of Battletoads.
Oh hey! King Cake did it!
There we go! With the bridge. He used the strawberry jelly bean to make a bridge and get the 4th treasure. He can move on to Battletoads to the 3rd game. Nice job.
That's so awesome.
Alright, so now it's down to Octo and Rascal to get that the last couple of treasures. Rascal's got 2 more, Octo's got 1. J-Dub, welcome in, how's it going? Happy Saturday. This is one of the hardest levels ever, yes. It really, it's there's nothing else like it. And we see Octo is that same treasure that King Cake just got. If he can figure out the bridge, he'll be good to go.
I'm wondering what he's gonna think about doing. Oh?
It looks like he did it. He got it. Okay. Now he just has to avoid this worm and he's good. In the meantime, we've got King Cake beating up some baddies as a toad, our Battletoad protagonist.
Yes.
So the character you play as in Battletoads is named Rash. There's also a toad named Pimples and a toad named Zitz. It's interesting when I was watching and learning about some of the developers, one of them claims to have been really into toads and ponds and frogs as a kid, but then there's also a lot of commentary that says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were huge, and Rare wanted to do something similar and sell a ton of merch that had turtles and toads on it. So, Ruben, thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you.
All you 5
awesome.
to the Sneak Squad. We really appreciate it. Thanks for supporting the team.
And enjoy your emotes.
Your GG emote is soon. They're soon to be here.
They're rolling out. They're not there yet. They're coming.
Not quite. But you can use them in the Discord. And let's see if I can read these off real quick. The Big Red Engineer, Rory Extra Life, Hippo, Mom the Human, and Porcus. Welcome to the Sneak Squad, courtesy of Ruben. Ruben, thank you so much. Oh no, what happened? What did I miss with Octo? I just saw Rip Octo in the chat.
Oh no, it looks like he fell. Or the worm got him.
Oh, maybe the worm. We're gonna keep an eye on him. But it looks like Rascal's almost there. Got killed by that snake, the tricky snake. The section that King Cake is in and Battletoads right now, I kept dying here. It took me a while to master this so that I could get onto the 2nd stage. They start sending multiple dragons and goblins at you all at once. The sneaky snake. Yes, thank you, Ace. You're right. It's not a worm. It's a sneaky snake.
Sneaky snake.
And then this is the first boss they need to defeat the first 2 bosses, and King Cake's working on.
King Cake has made a really big comeback from the very beginning.
Yeah, I think he took that momentum from getting done with Felix, finally finishing it, and just catapulted with it. So
yeah, props to him.
I know for me when I'm racing, it's really hard because you're not talking to anybody. There's no feedback. It's just you in the game, and you know you're being timed, and you know you're being watched.
Yes.
So once you're mentally in a pit, it can be hard to get out of it. And Rascal finished. He got the 4 treasures. He's moving on to Battletoads as well. GG's Rascal.
Yes.
Mel, welcome to the chat, by the way. Our good friend.
Yes. Congratulations.
You were not way behind, it turns out. And yeah, King Cake is going into the crater now. This is a vertical level. They set it up a little differently to give you lots of variety in Battletoads. So we'll see how he does with the bird
so
hitboxes.
Tricky.
Yeah. And if he does a continue, it should, put him back at the start. You can still go to the start of this level a few times before it completely game overs you and sends you back to level 1.
I think it's about 3 tries. I think so. Or at least
the
when
number
I was
of
dying
continues, yeah.
Yeah. But I have faith that King Cake can get this.
Oh, it looks like Rascal's screen is paused.
Oh.
At least for me, it's I don't know if he's in the pause menu listening to that music. He's bopping to the Battletoads pause music.
Oh, it came back.
Okay.
Looks like it came back.
Or maybe he heard the thumping bass of that song and was confused and thought it was a noise in the game.
The music in this game is really, really fun to listen to, for sure.
I enjoyed it as well, definitely. Yeah, Mel, we did talk about Blob and how you had said it was not good for Sneakbike, but we made it work, and I think I liked how it came out. We'll ask the other racers though when we wrap up here if they felt the same or if they hate me now. It's the curse at the top right. Is he having some technical difficulties with Rascal's screen? Anything? It looks like he was able to go back into it, so. Octo's got the umbrella protecting him from these flying rocks. He's only got 1 treasure left, still 4 lives. The rocks are tricky. You really want to run quickly through them with this umbrella, but you have to take your time or they will still smack you in the face. And it's 1 hit kill in Boy and His Blob. There's no HP bar.
Yeah, that's something that's...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say that's something good to note that we didn't note before, that there is no hitbox. Once you hit once, you're done. You got to go all the way back to the beginning.
Yep.
Adds another layer of difficulty to it.
It looks like Rascal's working through some settings. We've got a couple of people on the team helping him out through that in chat. Yeah. We want to get him back in the race as soon as possible. And Octo got the next treasure, so now everybody is wrapping up with Battletoads. I love it. GG's Octo. You got this. Welcome to Battletoads. Boy and His Blob is giving you Prince of Persia flashbacks. Oh no, Jada. It wasn't meant to. We'll see how the others feel. They managed to get through it without any hints, so they figured out where different treasures were, which options they had, and then as they played with different items, were able to not get hit by rocks and to destroy webs, spider webs. Not our dear web tomato in chat.
Yes. Web tomato is definitely a good friend, someone that we don't want to do anything to.
It looks like Octo has already figured out you can use the different bones and objects on screen as weapons. We did talk about that in the README because I was completely oblivious to that playing through, and I think it helps a lot. and then he's eating
Yeah.
the flies. You can see the toad will eat the flies, and it gives you a little bit of extra health, which is nice too.
And that was something that took me a little bit to realize too, that the flies gave you health.
Yep.
Yeah. I think for me as like a beginner racer in these types of games, there's like this huge steep learning curve that I'm getting better at figuring things out, but it's still like a lot that I'm still taking in when it comes to all
Sure.
these games. So it was definitely interesting trying to choose games and trying to figure out if these are viable options for an intermediate race.
Absolutely. And if we could get a quick shout out for Kia in chat, he helped us out with making sure we had a good difficulty setting for an intermediate race rather than a beginner race. And he was giving advice on the games we picked, kind of helping us say, yeah, that's a good frame, that's a good pacing. I really appreciate it. And another excellent teammate member of the Sneak Squad.
Yes. Thank you, Kia. And it looks like Octo rocked that boss there.
Yeah, moving right along quickly.
Yeah,
to
he
the
moved
crater.
He
Wow,
moved right through that. I was very surprised. He had just started. It looked like he had just started that and is already going down the rope.
I want to know who's played Battletoads before, who's a hardcore fan, who's played every arcade game and rare game and has watched all the same YouTube videos I just watched today. I hated. Okay, so King Cake is at these electric things that buzz back and forth. I hated that section too. And then if you're dealing with the electricity, the birds can come and cut your wire, and you're done. That was too many things going on at once.
It also looks like King Cake realized that to try to hit the birds off before the screen paused, because he was kind of whacking them and had a good rhythm going.
You can hit them before they start flying and kind of to your advantage knock them off the ledge.
So then you can deal with less crows coming at you at once.
I see Jade has played Battletoads. Not a hardcore fan, but you played it. Nice.
Nice.
In Crater, you can keep hitting the birds and get so many points. Oh yeah, if they're falling, you can continue to hit them and mess with them and get more points from it, and then get an extra life. I did not figure that out, so that's a nice added mechanic. It's really close for second place. You're right, Bren. Octo sped up quick, and now they're all just working through this crater, figuring it out at the same time. I want to know. Oh, sorry.
No.
What do you want to know? If anybody in chat who has played this or any of the games that you've seen today, if you would stream them or watch streams of them, or if you'd be interested in playing them yourself sometime in the future. We forgot we trademarked the word sneaky.
Yeah.
A sneaky hug. Oh, we have a hug command now.
Oh, that's great.
A nice touch, because we are all about, wait for it, community. You would stream Battletoads, says Kia. I loved when Mel streamed Blob. It was satisfying to watch. Mel, that's just... I've never heard of that technique. What are you talking about? It looks like Rascal is down to no lives, and King Cake is down to no extra lives.
Oh, no.
As I said that. With the game over, where's that going to put him? I think he might have to go back. When you see that villain, I don't know what her name is. I should have looked that up.
I don't know. She was very sassy, though.
She was indeed.
When she came on the screen and I saw what she was saying, I was just like, ooh, I didn't need this type of attitude right now. Calm down.
Come on, it's the weekend. Chill out. Yeah. Oh, and he does have to go back to level 1. That's unfortunate.
But now that he knows what kind of lies ahead, I'm wondering if he might have a little bit of an advantage.
Yeah,
he'd be able to breathe through it a little bit quicker.
Exactly. Get through it pretty quick. It's the Dark Queen. There's some serious lore with Battletoads that I need to dive into, I think, now that I'm invested in this game.
I'm definitely intrigued about all this lore now.
Wait, and Octo moved on. I looked down for 1 second to talk about lore, and Octo is already into our next section, which means he is our number 2 friend of the day, our number 2 good friend.
Yes.
That happened so quick. They were all neck and neck.
Yeah.
Well done, Octo.
Oh, I should probably...
I'm gonna pop over to chat really quick.
Yeah.
Okay. There's our number 2. Thank you. I love the clip art graphics for our good friends. Remy, welcome in. Hello, hello.
I'm glad that the it looks like our trophy is also a transparent. Was that the one that was not transparent last time?
I don't know what you're talking about. Though they're all transparent all the time.
No, you're right. You're right. You're right. I think I'm just making things up.
God says you'll see. I can't wait. Can't wait. All right, so now it's down to Rascal and King Cake. We'll see. King Cake's already on the first boss, so he breezed through the round 1. It took a while getting used to playing from this camera perspective. You're behind the eyes of the machine that's shooting at you. After Battletoads got tired of fighting, they invented the froggy chair and sold it for a fortune. More lore, another part of the story.
You know, also with these along with these races, we also do not just mystery races, but Sneakly Weeklies, which are kind of just learning experiences with different retro games. And I think last week we did A Link to the Past, which was a lot of fun. And the week before that, actually, I think for the last 2 weeks prior, we had been doing Final Fantasy IV randomizer. So those are always fun to check out and hang out and see what we're up to. And
exactly. Boy and his Blob Sneakly Weekly when?
Look, I would be down for that if we were all in it together. We were all combining our knowledge together. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
See what else the game can do.
Yes. See what kind of puzzles there are.
But those Wednesday streams are a chance to learn a new game or a randomizer or a speedrun or a skill, and maybe in the future things not even related to gaming, just to hang out and stream sort of a casual workshop from the channel. And it's a different format, it's a different setup. We come together and we have fun. But if you're into racing, if you want to join us, we do have a form for anybody new here today. If you want to do this in the future, if you're interested, there's the link from Kaz. Thank you. We're always looking for new people. If you know someone that's into retro games and would enjoy this, you can check us out. You can become part of the Sneak Squad.
Yes. And it's always a good time.
It really is. I've had a lot of fun doing this. I think the first time I raced, I got very frustrated because this is all new types of games to me. I grew up with the Super Nintendo, but I didn't really get into gaming until the N64. So coming back and playing the games that my brother and my dad played, and trying some new game styles out, I enjoy it, and I enjoy the people that are a part of it too.
Yes. Yeah, NES. I think my first console was actually GameCube, aside from the Sega Genesis, but we only had Sonic the Hedgehog for that. So this whole realm is like very, very new to me. And it's been kind of fun to see everybody playing it, as well as gaining my own knowledge through racing and hanging out with everybody.
Absolutely. And I see lots of shout outs in chat. Thank you for that. Kaz, thank you for producing today. Rascal for the overlay. And there's a Discord link in there as well if anybody wants to hop into our Discord. Bren, thanks for hanging out. Have a good one. We'll see you around. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday, Bren. Yeah, this layout kind of bops. I really, really like it. Rascal did a really good job on it. Thank you.
I like it too. This is our first time having chat and the objectives on screen as well, so you can all see what it is we're working towards if you're just hopping in and didn't catch the beginning.
Yes.
Octo's working on the tunnel level of Battletoads now. Our number 2 friend, you can see there. As sort of a bonus track to cap off the end of the race. It's fun to watch. I want to try it now. I don't know if I could get that far to just be able to practice the tunnel. It looks fun. Pardon my genius, welcome in. Thank you so much. Yeah, props to Rascal for the layout today. He's racing, so when he's done, we'll bring him into chat and we'll let him know.
Yes.
There aren't any additional hints that we needed to give for this game or for Felix. The only one we had extra hints lined up was Blob. So if they're struggling, if anybody wants a mercy kill, we do that sometimes for races if we're trying to move people along to the next stage. But I think they're doing great, and I think they're going to nail it. It's just a matter of practicing and getting it down once it gets to the end of this. Yeah.
And these Felix and Battletoads were kind of straightforward once you knew what the controls were. If there wasn't much of a learning curve or any type of added knowledge that you needed for it.
Exactly. I have there's a couple people asking about the theme, and Mel was a little confused, but yes, you can have a pet cat, you can have a pet toad, and a boy and his blob. The blob is a pet, so that was our theme. Non-humans, because they're not really, you can't say the blob is an animal probably, but companions.
Aww. Definitely a companion.
Anthropomorphic animals, creatures. Yep. Non-humans, brought to you by Jen the Human and Rad. Looks like Octa's gonna try the tunnel race again. Rascal's getting close too. Yeah, they're getting so close here. These electric enemies at the bottom of the crater are such a pain. When you've already gotten through so much and you feel like you're getting close to the end. Oh, wait, no, and like... King Cake was right there too. GG's for King Cake, making it to the end of Crater, moving on, and our number 3 good friend of the day. A brand new racer with Sneakbike. Well done. I wonder if he's gonna try the race tunnel too. So we've got Rascal, who's almost... There it is. There's our number 3 transparent graphic. Love to see that star.
Very transparent.
Best award, yeah. It looks like Rascal was out of continues. He ran out of of do-overs. So he is gonna have to go back through level 1 to get to the crater again. If we want to pop in and check on him real quick just to see how he's doing in chat.
Okay, I'll be right back.
In the meantime, what was everyone's favorite game in chat today? Who's Sneakbike? Wrong account. Sneakbike, you're not being very sneaky. Who is Sneakbike? What is Sneakbike? But most importantly, how is Sneakbike? Boy and his blob looked cool. Battletoads was your favorite, Ruben? What are frogs? Rad, do I have you back with me?
Yes. Yeah, sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you. Yeah, it looks like Rascal said that he is done.
Is he taking the mercy kill?
I think he's taking the mercy kill.
Alright, that's totally fine. We'll hop back over to the other channel, or... Oh no. My first time commentator is showing through. Do we stay here and Cause brings them over?
Okay.
Fantastic. We're gonna hop over to Racer and talk to everybody and see how they did. We'll see you over there. All right, so I'm getting everybody to the post race.
Oh, did I win?
Yep.
Oh shit, I've still been playing. Okay, cool.
Mel, you're still
Really?
muted, and Rascal, you're still muted.
I think that's. I'm trying.
They did
I'm
it on
sorry.
their
This
own.
is my first. Yeah, my first
did it
NES is
myself.
showing.
Mel, did
Oh,
you
no.
throw?
Sure.
All right,
Let's talk
so
about these games.
welcome in, everybody. Let's talk about the games. GG's all around. Our number one friend today was Mel, followed by
Oh, Mel did win. What an asshole.
Yeah.
Octo,
I
and then
win,
King Cake.
You know. I honestly.
What?
Oh. Nah. I think it's a little bit unfair for me to claim this victory. Do I keep cutting out?
A little bit.
Whatever.
A little bit.
Okay.
good.
Well, I'm gonna just speak right into the old mic. Okay. I think that it is a bit unfair for me to claim victory here. As a few of you know, a few years ago, I went all of the sorry. I know. All right. Go to somebody else. I'll fix it.
Okay, Octo, how did you do today? What did you think of the games? What was your favorite?
Yeah, I'm here. I got it working. Felix was not very good. I did not like that.
Wow.
It was just shoddy controls. Aside from that, I did have fun with it though. The Boy and His Blob, I actually really enjoyed that. I don't know why, but I had a lot of fun playing Boy and the Blob. And Battletoads is a classic, so of course I had fun playing that.
Nice. And have you played Battletoads before?
I played Super Battletoads for the SNES, but I don't think I've ever played this one.
Okay, I was wondering that because you came back pretty quick with Battletoads. You breezed through it. It looked like, so well done on Battletoads and all of them. I'm glad you enjoyed Blob.
Thank you.
Do you think you'll be playing any of them again in the near future? Streaming any of them?
Oh, probably not.
No, that's fine too.
I have other games I need to play.
Right on. And for the race setting too, did you have any struggles with reading the README or clues that didn't make sense or being muted?
No, I didn't get fucked over this time.
Wow.
Felix.
Notebook.
We love to hear it. Well, thank you so much, GG's today.
Thank you. I'm actually gonna go ahead and get off right now.
Okay. Sounds good.
Fantastic.
All
Thanks
right.
for joining
Thank you
us.
so much
Octo.
for joining us.
Take care. Can we get a shout out for Octo
Yes.
in chat, please?
Octo.
All right, King Cake. It's
Hi.
your turn. Hi.
Oh man. Okay. Can I know, like, was it even a little close? Did I just get? Are we allowed to swear?
It was super close. It was super close.
I don't.
Yes,
This,
you're allowed to
this
swear.
isn't a question for you, Mel. I don't need your.
You can PG-13. I think we said P where so you can get one F-bomb,
All right.
but that's it. I think Home Alone.
I'll choose it
Yeah, I think it
properly.
counts.
This was super fun. Thanks so much for having me on. I hated Boy and His Blob very much.
Oh no.
Okay, I didn't hate it. It's just very slippery, and I wish I could show you guys. I have a notepad here that I had to use to write down what all the friggin' jelly beans did.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I threw really hard in Felix. When you said nice job, I'm not gonna lie to you, you made me so happy, and then it just got dashed because my friend texted me that I got third.
Oh,
No, don't be dashed. You did great.
No,
you did
yeah,
do great.
So we
You guys
had
absolutely
prepared
did.
with Blob some extra hints in case people weren't able to figure out which jelly beans they needed for which areas, because there are so many different flavors, so many different objects. The controls, the enemies especially, are really slippery to get under the spiky worms.
Can you
And-
kill the spiky worms, or is it just getting under it?
I don't think you can.
I don't
I
believe
don't think
you
you
can.
can kill them.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was just kind of trying to figure out how to get underneath them.
But everyone got through without the hints. You all just had the read file and figured it out. You were able to problem solve the different items. It was really cool to see.
I'm
Yeah, it
proud
was-
of everyone.
It was really impressive because there was no way I could have done that on my own. Like, I needed to look up what everything did and how to get where. So, like, I was very impressed that all of you were able to figure that out. It was fun to watch you guys play it.
We did
Yeah,
mention
it
in
was-
chat too that Kia helped me and Rad out with some of the difficulty testing because we were able to play test the games, but we haven't played through them entirely, or we both race as beginners, so we had one more team
Mhm.
member who was saying, yeah, this is a good objective for everybody, and I think it ended up working out pretty well.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think
I
the
think it was a
difficulty,
really
I
good-
think it was perfect. I think if I was like slightly more prepared and we didn't have Mel cheating, I think it would have been a really, really great.
Wow. Okay, yeah. So
Shots
hopefully I won't
fired.
cut out. Hopefully I won't cut out too much time. But I will note for the chat, which why I don't think that I deserve the first friendship place one, is because like 2 years ago I did every non-Japanese exclusive NES game on stream and just beat them all. It took like 2 years or something like that. It was like well, okay. And
Allegedly, says poor
so
kid.
I already knew the gist behind these games. I didn't remember them very well. I love Felix the Cat. I actually really think it's a fun game once you understand the power-up system. But other than
Yes.
that, like I don't know how, I'll have to watch the VOD back, but I wonder how many people got to like the tank or like whatever and really
There's
just like
more than one
obliterate the
power-up?
game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's really not obvious in my. I
I
couldn't
think we
remember how to
noted
get
that
it.
for you, King
Sorry.
Cake, that you were going past the hearts, and the hearts gave you the magic power-ups. If you got 1, you became a
that what-
magician. 2, it's a car.
Oh,
3,
son
it's
of
a tank.
bitch.
And so the more you get in a row without taking damage, the more magic powers you get.
Yeah. So yeah. So that would have been kind of interesting to see. I forgot what did what, so I kept getting like the milk or whatever. But second game was Boy and Blob. I knew the gist of Boy and his Blob. I couldn't remember what any of the jelly beans did. And I vaguely remembered some of like that there was a cave. So that really helped a lot. Otherwise I probably would have had to restart after I fell. And it probably would have taken me a while to figure out the whole situation in the subway. I'm very surprised if someone hadn't played that, if they could figure the hole out to get to the cave.
Everybody
that
did it.
would've- Yeah, I'm impressed. Like
Yeah.
that's
That was
alone
our
is really
first
impressive.
hint lined up was holes. You can travel through holes to the ground below, something like that, and everybody got it without that. We were like
Insane.
lined up to
Insane.
say, okay, this is where they're all gonna, waffle and struggle and be like, what do I do here? And we had that one, but nobody needed that one.
Insane.
Yeah.
That's so cool. And then the last game was Battletoads, and Battletoads is really fun. Everybody should play that game at least. It's very similar to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle beat 'em up game,
Yep.
Turtles in Time. It's really fun. I thought we had to do the bike thing before, and then I realized that the cavern ended or whatever it was, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so
Yeah.
glad that Kia didn't make us.
We did not go to the tunnel race, so you were good
That
there.
would
Just
have
we
been a
cut off
nightmare.
right
What-
before the insanity.
Was
Oh,
there a
question.
secret to the crater thing? Is there like, or do you just have to be
No,
good?
not really. You just have to kind of go through that one. There's no real good.
The
Yeah, there's no real
hitboxes
good,
for
like,
the birds are weird. The birds will cut your wire, so it's best to
Yeah.
kill them before they cut your rope.
You can get a sword from them, which is
yep.
nice.
The sword, and
Oh.
then the
Yeah.
flies give you health. Though not really
Melatonin.
secrets, though, just different mechanics you learn as you go.
Yeah. I forgot about the
No.
flies. Yes.
Mel,
Yes.
when is the town hall?
Not this time.
Not this time.
Nope. October 10th. Thank you, Cause. Yeah. So that's.
All
No,
right,
yeah.
thank
That's
you
why I
for
had to repeat it.
the feedback on the games. Did you have a favorite? Are you going to be streaming these again, playing these, diving back in, speedrunning them?
I liked the idea of the Boy and the Blob sneakily weekly. To be honest, I'm not opposed.
Yeah, I like it too. Let's do it. Sneaky
I'm
weekly.
down for that. Yeah.
Hashtag down. Alright,
Mel, how good are you at Boy and his Blob? Like, do you know where all the treasures are?
No, I know a little. I'll remember it as I do it, but I don't.
I want
A
to
lot of it
challenge you
now.
to a race.
Wow,
Avoided
this
Blob.
was the race, by
You
the
heard
way.
it here,
No.
folks.
I want
Yeah, all right, that'll-
if you're willing
I
to
think
put
that'd be
your
fun.
crown on the line, I have this beautiful world heavyweight title belt that I had prepared for winning this, and I didn't win. So therefore, Boyne is Blob.
Yeah. Boyd is Blob. All right, yeah, I'll
To
do
be
that.
continued.
We'll
To be
make
continued.
something from this.
All
Nobody's
right.
called me out before, so I like it. Sneakbike with that. Sure, fine. Duels. Yeah, all right. Not a bad idea. But yeah, I would definitely race that. I would definitely play that again. I love it.
All right.
And I would love to do Felix again, to be honest. I think it's a really fun.
I'll race
I
you
had
in all
fun
three.
with
I'll
Felix.
run this back.
We already raced in all three.
Yeah, but I'll run it back now that but okay, let's point out there was a pretty solid
Okay, all right.
Okay.
All right, let's reel it back in, friends. Sneakbikes, sidekicks. I appreciate you all
yeah.
so much. Thanks to our racers. If we can get another shout out for the racers in chat, it was really good
Yeah.
having you. King Cake, welcome to the team.
Thank
if you want to
you.
race
Yeah.
again, let us know. You know how to
I
find
do.
us.
I very
And-
much.
We're here.
Rascal,
Yeah.
I know.
Shit.
Rascal
Thank you for
came
Ras-
in clutch
Sorry.
in the last second. No, we're good. He was on standby
Literally
for
the
this
last
race
minute.
and raced
It was
with
insane.
us and did the overlay. GG's to Rascal. Thank you, friend.
What
He
a
was on
pal.
standby for 2 different people. It was insane. I've never seen it before. And the God, he's been working so hard on that play, and it looks so good. I love it.
Yeah.
So
And
we're
then our
gonna
commentators.
wrap
our
up here.
commentators,
Chill's gonna go through a few shout outs for the
Yeah.
team, and
Nice.
we'll do our outro. We'll wrap up. We'll get ready to send everybody to a raid. So Chill, if you will, go through our.
Yes, so I just kind of wanted to thank our host, Kaz, for hosting the stream today, for Jen for doing our social media, and for
Oh,
Ace and
geez.
SoCal for being mods, and all of our racers. It's been a lot of fun commentating for you guys and seeing how you guys do, and feel like I'm forgetting and Rascal, but we already kind of did the shout out for Rascal, so
But let's thank him
shouting him out
again.
again.
I
That's
love it.
one.
Thank you so much, friends. There's a lot of people to thank, and we've got so many lovely shout outs and streamers as well. Many of our team members stream, so check out their pages. We've got a great group here. For those of you that cheered bits today, we had gift subs. Thank you so much. We are going to be donating our Sneakbike Twitch payout to charity. More details on that in the future. When and if we get a payout, it's still, we're growing. We're starting out at the beginning here, but that means so much. And thank you, friends, for popping in and doing that and supporting the channel. With that being said, we're getting ready to raid. Our friend Saraha, who is playing Subnautica, a friend of the community. I've been in her streams before. Ace has been in her streams. A few of you may already know her, and she's doing her 1-year affiliate celebration. So please send all the Sneaky Squad and Sidekicks over to her stream. Be kind, be supportive of the channel. We'd love to see you over there. If not, have a fantastic rest of the weekend. Chill, you want to say any last words?
Thank you all for joining us. That's
All
about
right.
it.
I love it. Thanks, friends.
Bye, guys.
We'll see you next time. Goodbye.